so excited. Thank you all, fellow viewers, fellow Amazonians, for being with us here tonight. I'm so excited, more especially because I am hosting tonight 3 powerful ladies. Ambassador Emma Larry alias Cucu Blinkz, Immaculate Kume, and her general, the general herself, General Kadi Sise. Good evening, ladies, and I'll give all of you a few minutes, 1 minute each, to just say hi to our fellow viewers before we carry on. So I would like to start with give the honor to General Kadi, because yesterday was a special day, your birthday. So I give you the opportunity to say hi, and before you say hi, I want to say once again, happy birthday. And okay, now you have to. Yeah, thank you.
Hello, Ambazonians. Greetings for this end. This is the General Kadi Sise, the woman, only female general in the struggle. We have come today to talk for Una as woman, as mama, as daughter, as sister. So please invite and share, because we are going to talk so good and so strong. We are not going to take any side. We are going to be so neutral and make sure we push our struggle to the next level. Please, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, General. And I will move to the next person, who is no other person but our great lady, Ambassador Emma Larry. Can you please say hi to your fellow viewers out there? Thank you.
Hello, Ambazonians. Hello, Ground Zero. Hello, diasporans. It's your sister, Ambassador Emma Larry, aka Cucu Blinkz. Once more, we are here to talk to you people, to reassure you, to rebuild your confidence on the revolution. So just stay put and see what we have for you people today. Greetings once more to everyone. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, great lady. And I move to this other powerful one. I have a lot of powerful ladies to deal with today. And here I have Immaculate Kume, all the way from the United States of America, from Missouri. So sister, good evening and welcome.
Thank you and welcome, blessed people of Ambazonia. So delighted to have this platform to talk to all of you and joining my voice with the voice of all the mothers as we look up to God. We have crossed the Red Sea and we are about to enter.
Oh, the volume seems to be off. I don't know if somebody can hear us. Okay, thank you. I just hope, I know that the pen is at the background and is here surely doing something to help about the sound, because it doesn't seem to be on now, or somehow I don't know that our people are hearing us, but we just that it's going to be all okay. Hello.
Secretary Comfort, can we verify from the comment section, please, viewers, if the volume is okay? Can you people just let us know? Just type go ahead and proceed from there.
Yes, fellow viewers, thank you for joining. As you join in, please share, but please let us know if you can hear us. Please tell us yes if you can hear us. Say a word or say something that we can recognize you or can know that you are hearing us, please. Okay, somebody says yeah. Mbole Mile says yeah. Okay, all right. A few people are complaining. Thank you very much for, sorry for confirming. So please share and share, invite friends, share on your platforms as you join in, please. As you can see, once again, this is a kind of ladies' evening. We are here. It's been a long time being here as that we have sat on this platform as ladies. So we thought it wise to come over again to put our heads together to talk, like General Kadi said. We are mothers, we are sisters, we are leaders of the revolution. You can call us. We are ladies are all everything about this revolution. Like Derek just said a few minutes ago during Amber Perspective, I was following him. So before we go ahead to start anything, I would like us please to observe a minute of silence in honor of our fallen heroes, thinking right now about our brother, the great hero, brother Akuma, who just left us last week. Apart from him, we've lost thousands of brothers and sisters during this revolution. So I would just like that we observe a minute of silence in their honor. And immediately after that, Sister Immaculate, you will help to pray for the families that have lost their people during this trying moment before we continue. So let's observe a minute of silence in favor of our fallen heroes. Thank you. Amen.
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 Father, in the name of Jesus, we lift up our country, Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, to you at this moment, Lord, with the blood spilling in our land and the blood of children, men, grandmothers burnt in the house, crying out to you, oh God. We ask for your divine response, and whatever covenant bind us with La Republic, we stand as mothers in the land and we break that covenant in the name of Jesus. And we are here to declare that Amazonia, the blood of our people, never shed in vain. Lord, let your divine response be for us. Let your warring angels go for us. Anoint our foot soldiers as you anointed the 4 outer steppers of Israel, and make our oppressors become as weak as we form. Thank you, Jesus, as you give us this counsel.
Amen. Thank you. I can only read from her lips. Please keep us confirming to us that you can hear us. And I would like to proceed right away. I've got a few questions that I want to ask my ladies. Right now, like all of us, we know stakes are high. Our people are dying every second. I am very sure that even now that we're here watching or talking, somebody is dying somewhere back at home in Amberland. So as ladies, we are here today, but I would like us to start from the genesis. Some people have seen no reason for this struggle and they have dropped. Others are joining in new, others are carrying on. So I would like to address my very first question to Ambassador Emma Larry. Emma Larry, what made you to join the revolution? And what keeps you still going in spite of all the odds? Some people have dropped, others have no reason to join, others find no reason. What made you join the struggle, and what keeps you still going in spite of what is happening now? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Secretary Comfort, for that question. Well, first of all, I'm a humanitarian, irrespective of the fact that I'm Ambazonian. That actually motivated me. I think it was a priority, but I am a humanitarian. I cannot resist. I cannot see another human being suffer and not create an impact or say something or do something about it. I've been in this country for a couple of years, and my job focuses on impacting other people's lives. You know, taking someone from nothing and bringing the person to where he or she deserves to be. And with doing all that, I did not really see any reason why a situation like this would fall right in my own house, and then I say nothing about it. To be sincere, I never saw myself getting at this point. It started by me speaking up for the oppressed as a humanitarian, and then before I knew it, I finally realized we've been the marginalized people for so long, and it was high time, you know, we took ourselves out of that situation. Ambazonians have been a peace-loving people. When I looked around, I did not see any reason why we should be going through what we are going through. I asked myself a lot of questions, what our crime was. Again, I had no answers. I just realized that people took advantage of our niceness, of our calmness, of our sweetness to be a stupid people. I could not stand the massive killings, the raping of young girls that could have been my sister, the raping of mothers that could have been my own mother, the children that could have been my own child or children. So me being quiet was just something I could not, I did not get into it for anything specifically. But like I said, first of all, as a humanitarian, and secondly, I thought it was high time Southern Cameroonians got out of a situation they're in for 56 years. I just felt like it was high time God was talking to us that this is the time you have to do something right. You don't need to be a politician to speak up for your people. You don't need to be a politician to fight for the oppressed. You need to be that human being you are, that God has made you to be. And that is why since I came into this revolution, I have been consistent. I have been so honest, irrespective of who it concerns, because I did not come here to play politics, or neither did I come in here to make friends or anything. Well, with regards to all this, of course, I appreciate and I love every Ambazonian that I've come to meet or come across with in this revolution. They are my sisters, they are my brothers. You know, the bond is too strong. However, that is not my number one focus. My number one focus is to see Ambazonians free again, is to see us restore our statehood. It is to see us free from mental slavery, what we've been in for 56 years. It's not joke. It can never be any other time. This is the time. Sometimes we ask ourselves, why now? Why me? That is because you are choosing. That is because there couldn't have been any other time but this time. And that is because we cannot afford to ruin this moment. So my dear sister on the secretary, I will not take so much of your time. I came into this revolution as a humanitarian to fight for lives, and most importantly, as an Ambazonian that felt it was high time we took ourselves from the bondage that we've been in for 56 years. Enough is enough. This is the time for freedom, and Ambazonians must be. Thank you.
All right, you're right. Thank you very much, dear comrade. I picked one word from it, humanitarian. Not even because of your job, but by nature, I think all women are humanitarian beings. So it was not a mistake. It was not a wrong step you took. You are just doing the right thing and in the right position. So, Comrade Immaculate, same question goes to you. Why did you join this revolution? And why do you still keep your resilience in spite of the daunting nature of the revolution? What keeps you going? Thank you.
Yes, the revolution was born in me the day I saw the skull of a young boy scattered. The revolution was born in me the day I saw the testicle of a young boy shot apart. I was pregnant. I cried. I almost miscarried my baby. Every midnight I prayed and railed cries unto God. I called the Prime Minister's cabinet. I called the presidency of La Republique. I tried to reach everybody I could reach to put a little sense of wisdom in their heads. I tried to reach everyone I could reach to make them know that we travail to give birth to children, to make them to understand that the child is shot on the skull, that some of their mothers leave their rice in the farm to get school fees to send them to school from primary 1 till they reach university, and that was not just for them to get a bullet in their head and die the way they died. I felt so annoyed. I cried until one good day in February 2017, when God showed me a vision where Northwest and Southwest, like a group of people, streamed together like a river. They meandered and flowed in one chord out of Mongo. And I stood in my kitchen and I said, God, thank you for answering me. And I knew from then that it was time for us to be free. And ever since then, I have not held back. And ever since then, I have stopped to cry. And God told me the reason why the Fabian's regime could not solve this problem, that even a mere waterhead in our villages could be solved in 1 second, because he has given them their foolishness for the God of their people. And I am here to say this revolution is born to last. You will yield fruit. Nobody can mix. So I am happy that we have this forum that we can see how to stop the oppression life. Because yes, we can. Started as
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, even though I lost the last few words, I am just trusting God that some other people can get her. You know, it is not easy. I almost wept, even though I'm equally a woman, you know, from her own experience, what got her into this struggle. You could hear her speak, you could hear the voice of a mother, you could hear the cry of a mother, you could hear, she could, like, you know, make a kind of vivid description of what woman goes through, what childbearing is all about. So that before you think of just squeezing life out of a human being, you have to think twice, ask yourself certain questions, listen to what Immaculate says, listen to what Larry Emma says. And to you, General herself, why are you in this struggle? You have been here for ages. You are one of the reasons why I joined this struggle. You inspired me so very much. What actually moved you, General Kadi, to join this struggle? And what keeps you going? Why do you keep fighting? Thank you.
Thank you, my secretary, my under secretary. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to tell Ambazonians why I joined this struggle. I was coming back from work some days back, and I saw on Facebook my fellow brothers, my students, when police was killing, putting them on the street. I said, what is this? So I went too deep on that and watched. I said, what is happening? So I tried to follow. I get to realize they was asking for their rights. So I went back to the Cameroon embassy in the country where I am. I said, but they are killing our people back home. They are participating our people. What is going on? The people in the embassy say, laisse les anglophones là, ils dérangent. I went back to the house. I tried to meet some La République, some Cameroonians here. I tell them, but people are aware that people are not going to school in English Cameroon. They say yes, they dérange trop. So I was so shocked. I said, why are they saying my brothers are disturbing? So is it a crime to ask for our? So I do my first video to like try to call the government into order to make sure it solves my brother's problem. The next video, the ambassador said me, I don't have a country anymore, because even me, as a Francophone, if I say something, they are calling me terrorist, means I don't have a country. And the people asking for their rights something need to be done. So I went back to history. I went to find out, because I never know the real story of my country. So I went back to learn the story. That's when I got to realize what they was asking for was their right. They was asking for federation then. Why there was a country before that they joined us. So if today they're asking for their right, common federation, and they are beating them, killing them, what is the need of me to just stay afloat? So I decide, I get to realize then that I don't have a room anymore. So I will stand Ambazonian to have a room tomorrow, because I fought with my family, because they contact me and they say, don't defend those people that disturbing. I said, no, I will join this cause and I will die for this freedom. Those people must be killed. Because they ask for federation and you kill them, they will separate. Because I am not a pretender, I will not keep pretending. If today they say they are going to unite, me, the only general, I will bombard all Ambazonia to make sure Ambazonia. I am not going to sit down quiet and let La République take my people as terrorists. I will not sit down quiet and accept that Francophone take my other brothers and sisters as second citizens. Yes, we are not welcome now. We have to go, and I don't know where the problem is coming from. My brothers and sisters, just to answer your question, secretary, I joined this struggle because I am against injustice. I am against the king. I am against the country. Me, if you can't dictate me today, I will do what I want and let you do. And now, government, just, and yes, the justice and the Ambazonia is the
Okay, thank you. Thank you so very much, General. You touched me, but permit me use some words on you, which I'm going to withdraw them immediately after saying what I'm going to say right now. Yeah, somehow, some time ago, she was born a Francophone lady. She is supposed to be, she's Francophone. But the fact that she calls me sister, the fact that she saw a brother and a sister being raped, being killed, being harmed, being killed for asking for their rights. The day that she discovered that she did not have an identity because her brothers and sisters were being tortured for asking for their rights, this speaks a lot to me. That is the spirit. That is the spirit of a great woman. This is the spirit of a mother. This is a spirit that is encouraged. This is the spirit that we want to reckon with. So I thank you, Kadi Sise, for calling me sister, for calling my brother your own brother. But for your information, the day you joined this revolution, to me, you ceased being a Francophone. It is difficult for me to say you are Francophone. You speak some French because you were born out there, but equally I accept you like my sister, and I'm sure others do. So thank you very much for your dedication to this revolution. And I hope that one day we shall meet in Boya to sing the hippie yap yap song like Ayaba would say. So thank you so much. So we would want to move to the next question. And I am going back to Comrade Immaculate. What is your evaluation of the revolution so far? Have we, or are we making any progress? Are there some weaknesses that you identify somewhere? What is actually your overall evaluation of this revolution as we are moving?
When I look at this revolution, I stand amazed at how far we've gone. When Yaoundé thought we were just penguins and worms, they never knew they were going to meet crocodiles in our land. When I look at this revolution, we have made great progress, irrespective of the fact that there have been some difficulties and challenges. But we have people who were supposed to have been dukes, senators, governors, who never became because one man decided to be everything for 35 years. But notwithstanding, when you look at the quality and the dynamics of every leader in this revolution, you realize that the standard is so high. I can't wait for Ambazonia to be born as a nation because I believe that this is going to be the eye of Africa. Where revolutions took, where it took revolutions 5 years to reach, it took this revolution 5 months to reach. The story of Ambazonia was written on the tablets of the hearts of babies in just 1 month. September 22nd happened. October 1st happened. All these things have a strong message to us. When Mother Destiny says, I am birthing, you can't stop that hope. Even if you take all the soldiers of the whole world plus the one from France, you won't stop that birthing process. And Ambazonians have proven they get birth. Just like they wanted to kill all the male children in Israel, Ambazonia is like that nest in the sky and it's growing. But there is one thing that I want us to understand. Many people say we should be united. I want us to understand that we are united in purpose. We may have 1 or 2 people who are on the fence or a group of people who are on the fence and they often pay a lot of great practice. When you don't know what you have, you can easily lose it. What I want every Ambazonian to tap in their spirit and in their heart is that we have made progress. What I want every Ambazonian to tap in their hearts and on the tablets of their hearts is that we are making history. There was a time when it was like the whole world was quiet. No, they were not quiet, they were shocked. They least expected this amount of resistance from us. They least expected this amount of coordination. I've often used a thousand at this time, when you and now we have knowledge of how many taking one. And how can we collaborate? By collaborating, we cannot afford a union now. By bickering and then take our collective effort and chase them out. One, we are standing strong. We are united. Four, we can collaborate. And five, we can.
Okay, thank you so much. Fellow viewers, fellow Ambazonians, thank you for your patience. The sound quality is not that the best, but dear panelists, please just check on your own, the device you are using, whether your laptop, your phone, or whatever you're using. Check your sound, check to be sure that your volume is on and things like that, to see if it can go, so that people can get us much better. I'm happy, please just be patient with us. It's not that easy, but we will get there. That is the struggle within the struggle. So please check your sound and let's carry on. Thank you. Please share as you join in. Yes, now we move to, once again, we go back to Ambassador Emma Larry. What in your opinion, at what level is this revolution? Are we making some progress? Are there some weaknesses you think that should be taken care of? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, my able secretary, Comfort Kanto. Actually, I have to be very honest. We've made massive progress. You know, the success is huge. I can remember vividly about 2 years ago when this revolution started back in 2016, when my senior Dikin Tasang said that by Monday, Yaoundé will know who controls Southern Cameroon. You know, I've never forgotten that. It was like a joke. It was like an ordinary statement that came from a common teacher. But today, where are we? Is Yaoundé actually controlling us, or are we controlling ourselves? That is the first progress we made. That is the first success as far as this revolution is concerned. Look at our boys, our young boys that were being, they were being killed, brutalized, assaulted, and so on. Today, irrespective of the fact that they are not skilled, they are untrained, they have taken up the responsibility to defend their mothers, their fathers, their brothers, their sisters, the community, the entire community where they come from. They have taken the challenge to take the bullets and die for their nation. Is that not a huge progress? Is that not a massive success for us? Today, me and you, like yesterday, me and you, my dear sisters, we were afraid to come out and talk so the Republic will not squash us, so the Republic will not slaughter us into cold blood. The Republic will not put us behind bars and all that. Look at me and you today. Were we trained for this revolution? No. But today we are doing what people that have been in past revolutions could not do. Many women could not come out like me and you to sit in a platform like this and talk. How old are you? Ask yourself. Is it about age? Is it about how many number of kids you have? Is it about the fact that you're married or not? It's about the courage that you have in you to liberate your land. That is a massive success. Today we have a TV station that is not only playing in South Africa, it's playing right in Ambazonia, it's playing right in Yaoundé. They can't do anything about it. Is that not a massive success? In the midst of this revolution, we have a government that was put in place by Ambazonians themselves, a government that has been super active to see that the people are liberated. In the midst of challenges, in the midst of everything that has been happening, this government has been functioning in place. This government has been steadfast. This government has been focused to liberate our land. Is that not a massive success? In the midst of every killing, our mothers, our fathers, our brothers, our sisters, they have all taken the challenge not to give up in this revolution. Is that not a massive success? Since 2016, when we called for ghost towns, till today it has become a tradition in Ambazonian, in the Amber land. On Mondays, in fact, Mondays are called country Sundays. That is something I never heard about. Mondays are respected. Mondays, no fly or bird goes out. No market sales. No school functions. Is that not a success? We put all those things in place, and then it came to pass. La Republic could not beat us to that game. La Republic could not challenge us, even though they send their armies, they send their militaries, they send the guns and everything. Our people continue to stay resolute. The 22nd of September was an awakening call for La Republique du Cameroon to realize that the people of Ambazonia they have taken the challenge and they cannot go back to where they came from. They realized the population that came out, even the diasporans could not even do half of what Ground Zero did. Look at the 1st of September, irrespective of the 1st of October, our Independence Day that we celebrated, irrespective of the killing, irrespective of all the military that have been sent down to Ground Zero, our people still came out to hoist their flags. They came out, they celebrated fearlessly, courageously. They proved themselves that they have become a fearless people, that they are now free from mental slavery. Is that not a huge success? The revolution has always moved from stages. I am not saying that we are not facing our own challenges. We are facing our own challenges. But I want to be very frank and sincere to Ambazonians that those challenges are not coming from our enemies. They are coming from Ambazonians, which I must say it is easier and much easier for us to correct if we are determined to correct. La Republique cannot hold us captive. They cannot control us anymore. But a group of us within ourselves, because of pride, because of ego, because of self-centeredness, because we want to be famous, we don't want things to go the way they are supposed to be. We don't want others to be heard. We have put We decided to put greed ahead of everything. But one thing that I keep thanking God is this. In the midst of all this, there are people that have decided that no matter what happens, they cannot be derailed. No matter what happens, they cannot give up. No matter what happens, ground zero is their #1 priority. No matter what happens, Ambazonians must be free. No matter what happens, we will all meet in Boya and hoist our flag and celebrate and sing the anthem so loudly and hug ourselves and say, brothers, sisters, we made it. If I keep talking, I will keep naming and naming and naming. We are making success. In fact, we have been making success and we will continue to make success. And again, my trip to Boya is the biggest success in place. I am calling on Ambazonians not to ignore this, not to bypass it, not to be a listener and not a contributor. Do your part. We have been making progress, but this is the massive, I don't know how to call it. This is the breakthrough of everything. Yes, it did not just come by chance. It was well planned and strategized. You have been asking for the government to give you what you want. You want freedom. You want your land taken back from the oppressor. Guess what? We took it back a long time ago. But the only thing that is lacking right now is for us to be totally controlled, to run the affairs of our territory, to take away the colonial governors and all that. And just this one strategy is going to prove that. So why not try your IG? Why not try Mr. President and then hold him hostage if he does not offer that progress to you? We are making success and just nobody can stop that. Not even me and you, Madam Secretary, not even me and you, not even General Kadisiste, not even my sister Immaculate can stop that progress. My trip to Boya is the end thing. We are going to hit hard and we are going to break that rock and we are going to step into Amazonia and sing those praises so loud because that is our land. That is our heritage. That is what our forefathers fought and kept for us. We will not allow ourselves to be cowed and taken away from our own destiny. That is our true identity, and we must grab it. This is the time. I am a woman. I stand in here right today, fearlessly telling you all that we must be a free people. We must be free. If you men are ashamed or afraid to come in front of us or to come in front of the revolution and take the challenge, women have taken the challenge into their arms, and we are going to do it. This is the time. It couldn't have been any other time. Do not stay on your beds dreaming. Stop dreaming. Come in and take your place in this revolution. Let history not bypass you. Let your children not ask you questions that you cannot answer tomorrow. Mommy, what did you do? Daddy, what did you do? What role did you play? We want to hear the story. Tell us. And then you'll be ashamed and tell them, oh, I'm tired. Can we talk about that some other day? Because you lost. At a time you had to make history for yourself. You lost. You played politics. You played game. You put your ego ahead. You put the fact that you want to become famous ahead. And above all, you became a coward. You became a coward to liberate your own people. This is the time. Ambazonians must be free. We are a success. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's so well, you know. It's so exciting and so sweet that if they give you time, you want to talk over and over and over again. We have achieved a lot. There are equally weaknesses, which equally we have to take care of by ourselves. That is what I got from you. And over to you, my general. What is your own evaluation of the struggle? Are we progressing? Is there any weakness you think we need to redress? Are there some weaknesses that you find somewhere you want to point out? Thank you, General.
Yeah, I want to start by saying we are not just progressive, but we are really. I remember when we started this our struggle, because then it was struggle, now it's a revolution. When we start this struggle, the Republic say, on vous donne 2 mois, we are giving you 2 months. But today they are so frustrated. They are even sending Samiereto. I asked them a question: is Samiereto a politician? La République send Atangananji Paul. It didn't work. They send Musonge. They have got to take some. So from where? For footballers. So my brothers, my sister, I don't know, even evolution is, the word is too small. We are winning fastly. We are progressing so faster than I didn't expect. But we could have been more fast, more better today, if not of all the infiltrators among us. Ambazonians, we should not keep quiet and accept that all is well. All is not well. We have to push out all the infiltrators, people that work with La République and give out our strategy to La République. We have to put them beside and make sure we fund our trip to Boya. My trip to Boya have come to stay. My trip to Boya have come to stay. Even any group, anything called, I don't want to mention any group, but let me tell you that I stand with the IG and my trip to Boya is the way forward. We will not accept to be manipulated anymore. We will not accept to be used by La République agent. So my brothers and sisters fund the revolution and say no to blackmail, no to sabotage, and no to scoop. I will call the name, not to scoop. Because if not for scoop, if not for some leaders, we could have been better today. Up to today, I don't know where is my excellency. Up to today, I don't know where is my partisan. Up to today, I don't know. Nalova B have left today. She's free today. Up to today, she have not said a word for our brothers, our excellency, and the rest. My brothers and sisters, we will not continue to pretend. We are really fighting, but we need to clean the house. We don't have to make a strategy and I have to know that yes, there's a strategy. We don't want to say and before we finish the meeting, our Republic is already aware of what we discussed in the meeting. I said not to infiltrators. All the infiltrators in this our revolution must backfire. All of them must backfire. Continue to fund my trip to Boya, and my president, Saku, is the way forward. Yes, we are talking of collaboration. Yes, our leader must collaborate and unite. Yes, I know the person was against us. Was like bringing all the city that we have out. So right now, I beg for my leaders to come together and sit down and plan on how to collaborate. Yes, we know that we are winning, and we know that united we can go faster. If we are united, we will go and move faster.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, General. Three of you, there's one word that has been used by all of you here a few minutes ago, and the word is collaboration. And that is equally my plight or my cry. That is equally my heart's desire. About unity, we are united in purpose. We are fighting for a common goal. So how can we as ladies, because that was my reason for us being here tonight, how can we as ladies foster this collaboration to finally take place? We have looked up upon our men and our leaders. It is not forthcoming. It seems to be so far-fetched. So how can we as ladies make it possible to come, this dream of collaboration to come true? At General KGCC.
Yeah, number one, we need to love one another as one people, as Ambazonians. We need to forgive and forget. We have to learn by forgiving and forget and love ourselves. Because if we don't forgive ourselves and forget the past, we cannot unite and collaborate. We have to start by them. Love one another as Ambazonians. Number two, we need to show unity. Collaboration between ourselves. How can we do it? It's possible. We can call on our leaders to have a meeting and see that we can be united in purpose. Not that we can collaborate. We can be one people, but sit down and collaborate. So we have to unite in purpose.
Okay.
When we are united, it can help Ground Zero to move forward. It can also boost, the struggle, because a lot of people are confused. So our leaders can sit down together and find a way, and we the women, we the mothers can help them to do that. We the women can facilitate the way. I know our Undersecretary can talk to our Excellency. I can talk to any leader that I'm close to. I can talk to anybody to say, okay, that is what we are planning. We can do this. We can do this for you people to collaborate. We can be as a mediation for them to collaborate. So I call upon all our leaders, if they are following me, to please, for the sake of the 8 million Ambazonians, for the sake of our freedom, for the sake of Mama Ambazonia, to forget and forgive and love one another. Let us sit down and collaborate for the way forward, because the way forward is my trip to Boya. Thank you.
Thank you. If I heard everything Kaji says, I can summarize it in two words. She's encouraging that we should learn how to accommodate one another. And secondly, that as ladies, as mothers, as women, we can mediate the collaboration process between our fellow leaders. So thank you. Over to you, Ambassador Emma Larry. What is your own opinion? What can we do to foster collaboration, to let this dream come true?
Well, for us, that's the responsibility of the women right now. I know that. I think, first of all, we should all go back to our homes and talk to our husbands. Woman, woman power. There is something to say, woman power. Every woman has that place, that part that when you touch your man, he will listen, he will respond. I don't think we have any irresponsible man in this revolution that is without a woman. Do we? We don't. All of our frontline leaders, they have women, or they have a woman in their homes that is called a wife or whatever you choose to call her. We should all go back and talk to our husbands. We have the power. We have the strength. First of all, I want to ask, why was Takumbeng brought forth in this revolution? Takumbeng has a lot of role to play, not only to Takumbeng for La Republique, but to Takumbeng for any of our frontline leader that has refused to collaborate. We will Takumbeng on you. I want us all to keep away our differences. Look, like my sister said, unity of purpose, right? That is what my sister Kadi said, unity of purpose. But to me, I don't want to call it unity of purpose. What is the need for us to collaborate without being united? Some said we should use the word collaboration and not united because there cannot be 100% unity. Why can Ambazonians not have 100% unity? That is my question. Why? Are we not all fighting the same enemy? Have we not all been oppressed for 56 years? Don't we have the same situation? So why can we all not be united? Women, you have a role to play. Let me tell you people something. One thing I have to be very honest in this revolution is this. Yes, our frontline leaders, they've made their mistakes. But women contributed a great deal to divide our husbands, the frontline leaders. We separated them. We chose groups. We chose who to support, who to endorse. No one is an angel to that crime. We all committed that crime. And this is the time we all need to ask for forgiveness. Go back, reanalyze ourselves, and then bring down ourselves, humble ourselves, put away ego and pride, and call our fellow women and talk to ourselves to look for strategies on what to do to bring these men together. But first of all, like I said, we need to talk to our husbands. We need to cry out loud into their ears. These children that are being killed, we bore them. These men that are being slaughtered, they are our husbands. What will happen tomorrow if Ambazonians lack men to get married to our young girls or impregnate our young girls? For us, the country needs to, we need more people to reproduce. How many are we? How many have been killed already? Those are the things we should look into, or we should look at. Women, you should realize that our men cannot do it without our support. Every man listens to his woman. Let me tell you, any woman whose husband does not listen to, I think you are in an abusive marriage. Every man that loves his wife listens to his wife at a certain point. Not about being mumu. No, that's not what I'm talking about. But when your woman cries out loud from a heavy heart, you listen to her. So you all ladies, go back to your homes and cry out loud to your husbands and tell them how important it is for them all to unite and save Ambazonia. Yes, Takumbengs, we have to do that. And any husband, any frontline leader that will refuse to unite, trust me, we will Takumbeng for you. We will see you as an enemy. We will consider you as an enemy. We will Takumbeng for you. That is my opinion. It is our responsibility. It is our unity. Woman power. Let's use it now to unite these men. That is my opinion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Two great sisters have spoken. And now, Comrade Immaculate, this takes you to the next question. Last time in a press briefing where that the AP had with Comrade Tato Eric, I think, there was a statement he made. I don't want to go into everything he said, but there was this particular thing he said that touches me every now and then that I think about it. He says, each time I speak with Comrade Ayaba, you would think that both of us are taking our people to Boya the next day. Let the people we are leading, let us lead. That is the president saying. Does it mean that we surrogates, because all of us, those watching me, those of us sitting here, we are surrogates to one person or the other? Does it mean that we surrogates are the ones holding our leaders from collaborating?
Well, you might have noticed that I keep smiling. And with me, when I really want to take advantage of a storm and fly to another level, I smile at the storm. Now, the statement you just made about what the acting president said in that interview touched me too as well. There is a question I want to ask everyone, every Ambazonia, plus all of us on this panel. If you were a mother and you have a son that is growing wild, will you use a gun to tame that son or a tender lamb? Of course, you will need a tender lamb to tame that boy back home. Our rhetoric does not give them the room to become who they were destined to be. When we chide at them, when we insult their ego and their pride, it doesn't help them. One, I want us to understand that there is nobody in this revolution, frontline leaders or whoever, who has a personal agenda of a pride of whatever. No. I don't think there's anybody who really envies the blood money that we contribute. These men, as well as women, we are leaders and we have to step up. Now, I have one thing to say to the men. If you had ever read the story of Moses, you will realize that Moses was so much influenced by the people, and instead of touching the rock, he stroked the rock. But when Joshua showed up on the scene, like our AIP said, this is the Joshua turn right now. And I like him because he's doing that. He's not moved by what people say and by what results come. And I spot out other leaders. The person I admired from the beginning was somebody like Ayabajo. They can say all the things they say, like in those days of armed struggle, when everybody plus me was like, hey, you gone Palava at the end of the night. They'll call him every name, but you will not see him come out. He will just come out one time and speak and go back. Now, I want to tell the leaders that if they adopt this method of not speaking everything that was said, not catching every of that back, because there's no way you're going to stop people from speaking, there's no way you're going to stop people from talking, there's no way you're going to stop people from expressing their opinion. So the only thing I have to say to our leaders is go up. You have come a long way. Instead of hiding your head in the sand, take advantage of the storm and fly high. This is a good time to be your leadership. And if there is anything that the leaders think of this people management, one of management, every that I've completed, my own way,
Oh, the sun is going again.
the followers influencing the leaders. But I want to challenge the leaders to instead of being influenced in the wrong direction by what their followers are saying, to see how much need to have and all their leadership. I am not going to sympathize with any leader that way. No, that's not an issue. You have to raise up and find a common ground to work. You have to raise up. If I stand here and say, oh, only my people, yeah, that's not to take down and say, oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Able to guide your ship in the right direction. So if I can want to say that in as much as ever help how to speak and how to speak cannot able to control how people are going to talk, what to say next. So if that has been plain for the leader,
Okay. Thank you. I am hoping that you are finished speaking, but please try to adjust your camera. There are times that you speak and we get you so very well, but the last 1 or 2 minutes, I personally did not get anything at all. So if your camera can be stable and you sit on a particular position, then we get you well. So equally check with us whether we are getting you. At times you speak, we hear you really well. So please, fellow viewers, thank you for joining in, and please continue to share and invite people while we carry on. Yeah, because we're managing time, Pen is actually sitting on my neck now because we're taking into his time. I am taking to another question which is connected to the previous one Comrade Immaculate just answered. What, ladies, how can you invite, what in your opinion do you think about the use of this great tool, the social media, in our revolution? Is it marring or making this struggle? For example, there are lots of things that I see on social media. There are, for example, you will see people posting videos of our boys in that situation, in that state where you and I know. You will see, I have seen people post certain instruments, war instruments or things like that, that they have acquired in order to go and fight the enemy. And I have read comments like, for example, I read a comment of a fellow comrade who said, if my leader joins or my leader collaborate or unite with the interim government, I am going to withdraw my contribution of $5 I do every month to you. So this goes back to this quotation from our president. The president says, if When me and Cho Ayaba are talking, it seems as if we are taking our people to Boya the next day. Let the people will lead, let us lead. So once again, looking at these things, what people do on social media, the kind of comments like, if he joins with the IG, I'm going to withdraw my contributions. I am going back to this question. Are we the people, we surrogates, we followers of our leaders, are we the ones holding our leaders from moving forward, from collaborating so that we get home even sooner than anticipated? General, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much for this wonderful question. I'm going to answer the question, but let me start from the beginning. You know, we saw what we reaped. We saw what we reaped. Our leaders sent us to sabotage and castigate. Because I remember on the time of consultant, we all remember when the interim consultant was there, we were all ourselves loving ourselves. There was no anything like sabotage. But when we create Cucu, a lot of things happened. So people was contacting their surrogate to go attack this, go attack this. So we are the one pulling our leader because they are afraid. If I go to unite with the IG, would I lose my followers? So we are the one pulling our leaders to unite. Our leaders want to please the surrogate. They don't want to please the revolution. I call on our leaders. I'm going to tell our leaders today that we are at war. Our people are dying. Our people are killing our people daily. Our people are suffering in the bush. Our mothers are giving birth in the bush, and people are dying. We are no more. It's no more time to look at surrogate. It's no more time to please surrogate. It's time to stand for the revolution and stand for the freedom of Ambazonia. It's time to forget the past. It's time to make sure what you do. Ask your question before you do anything. Is this thing making the struggle forward or backward? It's time for us to say no to surrogate, no to want people to gossip, and no to castration and blackmail. We have to be focused. Our main goal is Boya. Our main goal is independence. So I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Because many leaders want to unite, but when they go to their various groups, they will talk there and people will say, no, don't unite with them. This. You know, a lot of things is happening. So it's right time our leaders forget about surrogate. It's right time they forget about the so-called advisors and focus of the freedom of Ambazonia, because unity is strength. Unite, we are going faster to Boya. I know a lot of leaders want to unite, but because they are afraid of their surrogate, so I can say the surrogate are playing a big role on this against our unity.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you very much, General. If I understood you ladies well, both of you agree with the fact that our leaders are being influenced by the people who follow them. And on the other hand, you are telling our leaders to ignore their followers, but mindful of the fact that they are threatening them. If you join that IG, I am going to withdraw my contributions. Maybe I'm going to withdraw my people who followed me because I followed you. And like Larry said the other time, the former spokesperson we had, he says a leader without followers is just like a gentleman taking a walk at the park. No leader wants to be in that portfolio. So, Ambassador Larry, Emma Larry, what do you think? What do you have to say about this? This is really a delicate issue. Leaders want to unite, they want to collaborate, but they fear threats. So how do we handle this? How do we go about this? People are dying. We are actually smiling over it, but people are dying while we keep fighting and telling people and threatening people here on our comfort zone.
Well, I will answer this question in two phases. Permit me to do that, please. The first part of it, we talked about.
Let's manage this to manage time now. Thank you, Emma.
Okay, I'll make it very brief, okay, but in two parts. First of all, I normally said on my live show, I don't know if you actually have been following that, these leaders are nothing, nobody without us. We groomed them into what they have become. If they have become evil, we groomed them into becoming evil. If they have become the angel that we need, we groomed them into becoming the angel. So like my sister said, if the leaders will shun fan base thing in their head, my fans, my followers, my supporters, and focus on what it will benefit Ground Zero if they unite, it will take us to another level in this revolution. The surrogates have fought so much in the revolution that pride will not allow them to say, yes, my leader, Comrade Ayaba, will unite with His Excellency. Same thing, not only them, IG supporters. So we still have that thing in our head. And this is a time for the leaders to take that bold step. When they all unite, we have no choice. Of course, if you truly want to be in the revolution, you will still fit yourself in. If an individual, an Ambazonian will come out and say, if my leader, Comrade Ayaba, unites with the IG, I take off my, take out my donations and all that. Let me be honest to you. This person is not a true Ambazonian. This is a divisionist sent, whose number one purpose is to divide us. No true Ambazonian that craves for unity will make a statement like that. No true Ambazonian that wants to see all of us united in Boya and hoist our flag will make a statement like that. Be watchful with the republics among us. I'll cut that short. Secondly, you talked about the impact of social media in this revolution. The social media has been a strength to this revolution, and it has also brought challenges that has made us fail in many areas. It is up to us to control our social media space. Know what to put out there and what not to put out there. We don't put those things out of excitement. Put what will impact the struggle. Put what will sensitize the world, sensitize Ground Zero. What will create a huge impact to the struggle. Do not put what will be detrimental on Ambazonians. Or talk more, label us terrorists, because we are not terrorists. We are a people fighting for our right. We are a people. Thank you, my dear. I will not take much of the time. So that is just what I have to say for now. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so very much. And fellow ladies, thank you for sharing and inviting us to join and let's share our opinion and see how we can carry forward. So this takes me to the next question. Most of us Ambazonians, and if not all, we are in for the option of self-defense. And right now, from my own opinion, we have arrived at Comrade Ayaba's rooftop by rooftop, Njandi house by Njandi house. That is what is going on in Ambazonia right now. And I am going back to collaboration. What is this new work? What is us from sitting on this table, on this collaboration table? We have to know, because we have to know that not until we put together our team. There is something from the Rayaba has. There is something the idea has. How do we put down this bulwark? Once again, let's go down this bulwark. Once again, let's bring down this wall that is separating us. We can't see other. Tie our hands together and tie on. One minute, please. 1 minute, please.
Okay. Right now, what I want to say is that the way forward. When it comes to things, that we should keep our sentiments aside. When we come to arms, emotions should stay a little bit aside. For example, instead of us working up ourselves at how the fight should go, let's work up ourselves at what are we doing to make our fighters strong. Because right now, when there are some people who are still in that corridor where they are saying, we don't want to be tagged as terrorists, we don't want to be called this, we don't want to be called that. For me, I say, in the time of war, an army or a soldier can only use the armor they are used to carry. If you introduce them to new armor, they might not be able to shield themselves. So what I can suggest is that, listen, let everyone come with what they have and how they use it. Don't wear lenses and say, oh, your own showed yesterday on TV. Oh, the other day your own was this way. Your own is bended, mine is straight. No, you may not know that is that cutlass that is going to do the work, and you may not understand how the spear can work. Let the owner and the user of it tell you how they use it. Don't tell them how to use their weapon. Don't impose your own on them. So what I want to say is that all these groups that have been fighting on the ground, they have a way they have been fighting. They have a way they have been collaborating. And if we were as collaborative as the people that on the ground, we would not be here at all. Because they already had that. So the only thing is, if I have a battalion under my command, don't bypass me and talk to my command. Come to me. Let's talk about how I get them. You want me to transfer the chain of command? Think of how I did it. Then how I did it. Then people won't bypass me. When you do that with men, oh, it is their and it's that people that made them together and start enough to give up their fight. If you feel the ego of the man, you feel their strength. So if we can respect each other, that's what I want to bring. Respect for each other, acknowledgement each other. And then they can be able to pull together and work together. And if somebody says, I am not comfortable with this, you are at war, find out what is your concern. We who work in the medical system in America, what is your concern? Can you share? Till this point, that is what can help.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, if I really got to work, at least I picked some words like what in order to achieve collaboration, there's a need for constant discussion or dialogue. And there is need for mutual respect and consultation. Oh, thank you so much. And we have spoken so much about collaboration and defense and self-defense. This takes us to another one. In your opinion, Ambassador Emma Larry, we are all agreed from every indication, all about 90% of Ambazonians, if not all of us, we are for self-defense. Does diplomacy still have a role to play in this revolution?
What is the need to have a nation? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Of course, diplomacy has a great role, irrespective of the fact that defense is priority right now. What is the need to fight and have a nation without other nations accepting you or collaborating with you? We can fight and have all the strength to take away the colonial forces out of our land, but if the international body does not embrace us, the rest of the other countries, for us to work with them as a team, we will be a nobody. It is very important for us to still put diplomacy in place. Why defense is our priority for now? Why is defense our priority? Well, people are suffering every day. They are being killed. They are being massacred. They are being raped. How old mothers, old fathers are born in their homes and all that. This is why it is a priority for us to defend homeland. However, like I said, it's very brief, simple, and straightforward. And diplomacy cannot be ignored, because in as much as we want to fight to restore homeland, we still need our international brothers to embrace us and work with us for nation building and other things. Thank you. I will not take much of our time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you for the brief one. Thank you for the brief one. Yeah, you embrace it too, because it takes a nation to discuss with another nation. Whether we end up in war or whatever we do, diplomacy will always have its role. So over to you, my general. Do you equally hold the same opinion, or are you of a contrary opinion to the ambassador that diplomacy is still useful in this struggle? What do you have to say about
Yeah, we need both diplomacy and diplomacy and self-defense. But I want us to focus self-defense, because self-defense is our priority. We can get some people that can focus on diplomacy, but we should take the self-defense as a priority, because right now we need to defend our land and defend the country. So when people are focusing on diplomacy, that focus on when other countries realize that they are very serious about what is business, we really want to be the one. We have no choice. Diplomacy is important, but
okay. So if I got you well, both of you are speaking the same language. As much as diplomacy is important, self-defense takes priority, because the lives of our people now are really at stake. And if we don't stand up to do something, we are going to lose them. Thank you so much. And still on you, my general. There is this program, this project that our AP, the interim, the acting president of the interim government of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia initiated sometime in February, my trip to Buea. All of us know what it is all about. I don't need to explain again. But I still see from comments on social media and videos and things, some people are still of the opinion that they don't endorse my trip to Buea because it is typically an IG project. What is your opinion? What do you have to say about my trip to Buea? Do you encourage it? Do you recognize it? And what do you tell others about my trip to Buea? How is it important or less important to you?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my dear sister. My trip to Buea is very important. Some people are against it because they say it's from the IG. But we will tell ourselves the truth. The truth is that IG must tell the people of Ambazonia, must apologize to the people of Ambazonia for lying to the people of Ambazonians about the lawsuit. They said a time back there was a lawsuit when there was no a lawsuit. It's our excellency that come on air and say there was no a lawsuit. So my trip to Buea, that's why some of them are scared that maybe it's another game. But I discussed with excellency, I discussed with a lot of people, and I can confirm to all the followers, all the people on Ground Zero, all the diaspora that my trip to Buea is real. We cannot come into too much detail, but I can assure you that this is the way forward. This is what's going to bring La République. So this is what is going to give us independence. You get to realize you are doing a right thing when people are against it. So this my trip to Buea have bring a lot of problems in IG. Some people even left the IG to go and create their own group. That is to tell me that my trip to Buea is the way forward. My brothers and sisters, if you have not believed in anything before concerning the IG, I call upon you to please sit down and check well. My trip to Buea is going to change the game. My trip to Buea is going to change the game. Don't waste a time. As you are listening to me and my quality of general, just go on the link www.mytriptobuea.org, right? And donate massively, because this my trip to Buea. If you really know what we want, this my trip to Buea do. You not go even waste time say you don't even hesitate. Boya is supposed to donate massive. Our Excellency said we just have the month of June left. So after the month of June, we are going to move forward to the destination. We are going to move in. So please, just go in and donate. We have just some 25 days left to donate massive. Let us go to Boya. I've already bought my ticket. I'm in the tent. Please come and join me. Let us go to Boya. Thank you, Jen.
Okay, thank you very much, General. Thank you for endorsing my trip to Boya. Thank you for encouraging and finding out and knowing exactly what my trip to Boya is all about. That is why you can unambiguously confirm that people should pay, because you know what it's all about and you know what it means in the lives of Amazonians. And there is an important thing you said at the beginning, which I want to take note of. You said there is something that the IG or the AP on behalf of the interim government said, which sounded like contrary to what the general public thinks. And to that you demand for an apology from the AP on behalf of the interim government. I hope someone from the interim government must have heard us. Someone must have to take this information to the AP, to the IG, HDCC, and maybe some of our people. They demand an apology for this particular thing they said, contrary to what other or the majority of Ambazonians believe. That was what I understood. Thank you, and this takes us back to Immaculate. What is your own opinion about my trip to Boya? What would you tell someone, especially there are sympathizers?
My opinion about my trip to Boya is based on my personal conviction that I have, because as soon as they launched my trip to Boya, I bought my own seat. My thing here is this: if it is the IG asking for my trip to Boya, my thing is give them a chance. It's okay for everybody who wants an explanation. I have tried to get and I did not have. But my $1,000 or my $500 or whatever dollars I have to give, it's a one-time lifetime thing. If you take the $500, if nothing came out from it, can I work more? Yes. But what if it was really something and I did not give? Will I carry my hand on my head? Yes. So in order that I have nothing to say, there was a time for a clarion call to rescue our people and I did nothing about it. I have given IG their chance. If someone else say, oh, our boys are somewhere, there's this, I give you your chance. God placed us in such a time as this for a reason. Instead of us adoring our dollars and trying to question wherever it went, we can wait. We will have a Congress post-war. We will have a parliament when we get to Boya. We can sit there and ask for accountability. But right now, all I want to do is go to Boya. So I encourage everyone to sponsor any initiative that is taking you to Boya. And right now, my trip to Boya is heading that way. So, it's your own support. But there is one thing I want to say when it comes to that, because I am an entrepreneur and a business. So when they want to, they like monotony when it comes to money. They don't like when you say something today and say another thing. If you say it's April, they want April. Say it's May, they want to see you doing something in May. And the simple secret I'll give is that when people see the action, they give more. Like, I will not hesitate to give more if they say, okay, there is just this amount left to finish. Like you see, we are almost at 900. Give more, share, we can hit this mark. I believe that if people were knowing that that was the need, okay, that I needed this much more to do something, I don't think people would have waited up. They would have made up that amount like this. So that's trying to do it in a way that we can respond on time and reduce this rate at which our people are dying. That is my own kind of contribution, but probably maybe Undercover will tell me more about it so that I can be able to answer the people asking questions on that.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope someone from the interim government is listening to you. I hope the message will be channeled to the right quarters, and we hope that something comes out of your contributions. Thank you very much once again, ladies. And my ambassador, I'll take you to the next question. I will not give you a chance to talk about my trip to Boya. But the next question for you is, if you were to give a piece of advice, one, to the interim government and to all of our frontline leaders, what would you be telling them? Emalari.
Yeah, thank you. But first of all, before I go into that question, I want to make a little correction. Please, panel, permit me do that. It's important. Because I am a part of that government, it's my duty to defend my government and our government. I want to take a little exception to my sister, Kanisise, right? John is not blamed for Mary's crime. And when it comes to lawsuit, at the time the lawsuit was implemented, we did not have an IG. We had a SCBC and the governing council. And His Excellency Sako was not a part of that platform. He was not a leader, neither was he even a part of that platform. I do not see why he would take a blame for something he knows nothing about. This is his time, and he's ready to deliver. I think we have to hold him responsible for his own actions and not the actions of people he does not even know anything about. Those people, some of them are still alive, and they're to address us every day. So I think it's important we have those worries to them, for them to address it and tell Ambazonians the truth. Thank you very much. However, my piece of advice, I want to focus this advice to the IG. I want to focus this advice to the IG. We are the government. The government is the mother of every nation. You do not govern a group of people, but the entire people of that nation, irrespective of those that reject you. Now, I want to say, my AP, our AP, is a very humble man, and he is a good listener. But I want to encourage the fact that he should continue to be a listener and let this government continue to be a government of entire Ambazonians, even to those that opposes the government, even to those that says IG should be dissolved. They should be the government of everyone and not the government to those that chooses to work in favor of them. Now to our frontline leaders, what I'm begging is this. Even if you love the government, even if you approve of the government or not, Ambazonians, 90% has approved the government. And if we want to have a democratic nation, we will always go by what the majority, what the people want. So for that, please, can we listen to the voice of the people, humble ourselves, come together and work with this government? There is something they call, one thing I know for sure, among all our leaders, they all have qualities. They all have brilliant qualities. If Mr. Kwanga is the one that will bring anger for us to work, let him bring that anger on the table. If Dr. Cho is the one to carry the biggest pump action, let him carry it and free our land. If my president, our president, is the most strategic president in the world, let him bring those strategies and put them in place. If Comrade Bohabe is the best communicator we have, let him come and communicate. All I'm saying is that all hands on deck. They all have a special quality in them. And if we all will agree and bring that qualities on the table, Ambazonians will be free like yesterday. So this is the time for us to keep away ego, keep away pride, keep away fame, and work for the purpose of Ground Zero. Ground Zero must be free. Ambazonians must be free. We must celebrate Imboya. This is the time or no other time. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you so much. I am going back to my general. I'm sorry, it's like I'm giving you a lot of work. What advice, what piece of advice would you offer the IG and the frontline leaders? These are the people of our revolution. We are following them, we are supporting them, we are doing all what is your advice to them at this moment?
Yeah, my advice to the leaders, they should understand. As leader, the people come first and the freedom comes first. What the people want is freedom. And what the people are demanding right now is unity and collaboration. If they really want a modern nation, then our leader must open their door. They must open their door to honest and listen to people and listen to themselves. They have to understand that as leaders, they are standing for the people and they will do do what the people want. Make sure the freedom of Amazon government which are leaders. Talk with them and plan a day when they will have a sitting meeting. I'm calling the government because they are the government. They are the one the other front leader.
Okay.
The other.
Oh, I hope, I don't know if somebody's getting hurt. I can't just get hurt. Or I think we lost her somewhere. So please, this takes me to another question from the Immaculate. No room for you to give a piece of advice to our leaders, but there's something we still expect from you. If you, Immaculate, were asked to give a piece of advice to the surrogates or to the followers of our leaders, what would you be telling them? What would you be telling? What should we be telling ourselves? We are all surrogates, we are followers. What would you be telling the followers or surrogates of our fellow leaders?
Okay, what I would like to tell the followers is that before they became leaders, they were once followers. Seed time and harvest time will not cease. You can be following today, but tomorrow you'll be leading. In one way or the other in your following, you are leading some people. So follow with good examples so that you will be able to enjoy followership when you become a leader. And another thing I want to say is, when we follow, as much as we are doing great as Ambazonians demanding accountability, let's be constructive. Let's not give closed statements. Let's not inculcate hatred or closure. Give everybody what I call the benefit of the doubt. Even if somebody tells you that someone was a killer, give them the benefit of the doubt. Consider them the killer, but give them the benefit of the doubt. Let them be able to prove that they were killers, then you can speak them out. So for the followers, if we can minimize how much we talk about our leaders instead of how much we follow the plans on the ground, and then we will deliver. But if we instead talk of their styles than the purpose, we are not helping. We are doing what I call misdirected patriotism. So for us to be able to be patriotic and active citizens in the right direction, we have to walk with a plan and stop asking for how this leader comes. I like the way this one comes. I like the way this one speaks. No, that's not important. Let's focus on the plan. What is the agenda? Are you working with that agenda, or you are working with one notion that may not even deliver what we have? So if we can stop doing misdirected patriotism and be patriotic and passionate about serving our homeland, taking Ambazonia back from that republic and establishing our independence, that is better. Thank you so much as you choose your battles from today and not spend time on things that annoy you.
Okay, thank you so very much for your contribution. A lot of wisdom I got from that, but because of time, I would not want to comment much. Let's just I am giving you all, I hope that the general comes back. If not, Emma Larry, just one word to fellow women. This is your last word, I'm sure. Just for 1 minute, please. What would you be telling your fellow, or where do you propose we start from as women to take the collaboration step, to take the step that we are on a collaborative platform, our men have to follow, or our leaders have to follow like this? Where do we begin from? 1 minute and...
Yeah, I just, nothing much. Actually, I've said it all before. I just still want to remind the women that we have a responsibility to save our children and our husbands. And if we do not take it upon us to do what is right, our husbands and our children will continue to die. Let's go back to our homes and talk into the ears of our husbands. Let's cry out loud into their ears for them to do the rightful thing. It is a responsibility for us women. There is something they say, woman power. Woman power is not to stand and fight your husband or to stand and ask for equality all the time, but it's to gather the home, unite the house, and put the men in the position where they have to be, like to crave for unity and tell them how important it is for us to unite and fight a common enemy. Women, this is our time. This is our time. We have to come out as tacumbens and cry out the same way we cried out to the world so our husbands can hear us. This is the time. We cannot continue to make these mistakes while our children are being killed every day. We carried them for 9 months and we bore those children. Correct those mistakes of the past today, or we continue to cry. Go back to your homes, talk to your husbands, and come out and cry out to Ambazonians. This is the time for us to unite. We need a collaborative platform, and that is the only solution to this crisis. And let the social media not be a place for women to come and rant, but a place for women to come and call for unity all the time. Thank you very much, my sisters on the panel. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, Immaculate, one word for the ladies, and so we can round up, please.
Yeah, I have one word for ladies. Like, we are not just followers, but we are leaders as well. And so I want to encourage every woman out there and every mother out there that with the bloodbath that is going on in Ambazonia, children in the forest, take initiative to be doing something. Everybody cannot just sit and wait. Do something. Wait for Ayabacho, do something. Wait for Ekwanga, do something. Wait for this person, do something. There is something you can be doing while you're waiting for that big plan that they are doing. There are people from your neighborhood or your friends that you know from villages who are in the forest. There is a way that you can talk to people at your workplace, that you can take initiative to help to alleviate their suffering. Let's collectively continue to do this. And I'm so proud that women are doing that, mothers are doing that, because I know they cannot hold back. So I am very confident that our mothers who are already working endlessly and day and night to see that our motherland will not hesitate to encourage our men that come together so that we can
Okay.
they have served so long.
Thank you.
As you all engage in your little corners to do this, and we will get there if we continue to work together.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. So if I've been listening well, in a nutshell, as ladies, this struggle concerns us. It is all about us. Because when that girl in Boya was raped, like I would say it about myself, the woman in me was raped, the girl in me was raped, and the mother in me was raped. The boy who was killed was my son. The man who was maimed or abducted was my husband or my father. So it is all about women. If you want to know the truth, listen, go back to what Immaculate said from the beginning. The pain you go through during childbearing. We bear the brunt of everything as far as this revolution is concerned. So we want to drop any other thing, focus on collaboration, get home, and have our differences sorted out. I think by the time we get home, we'll discover that there was even no problem at all. So I thank you so much, ladies. You have done a great job. Thank you, fellow Ambazonians, fellow viewers, for your time and patience for being with us here tonight. Thank you, Mr. Penn, for